Hello once again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Hilchos Tefillah with Shiur. My name is R Yehudah Schwartz, and it's once again an honor and privilege to be giving this shiur twice a week in English, twice a week in Yiddish, and the whole goal, the whole tafkid of the shiur is to create the awareness of the halachas of Tefillah and to encourage people to follow the halachas of Tefillah, in which a person should come to shul on time, stay to the end of davening, not talk during davening, and many other areas that a lot of people don't know about and need to follow the halachas. Baruch Hashem, the feedback is actually tremendous. And hopefully we'll continue this shiur, hopefully for weeks and months to come, it's Hashem, hopefully even longer. It's Hashem is Baruch. Just to let you know, this shiur is being recorded right before the camp season, the summer season, but we're not going away. It's Hashem, over the summer, we plan to continue this shiur, hopefully throughout the summer, twice a week. The schedule might change a little bit, it's just a little bit heads up. It might be done pretty sporadically, pretty randomly, different nights. So it might not be the consistency of twice a week of English and Yiddish. Could be here and there. Well, we'll try to see how it works out, Hashem. But nonetheless, hopefully by the end of the week, all 2 English shiur and 2 Yiddish shiur will be up to date each and every week. Hashem. Another thing to mention is that Keren Tosfos Yom Tov is doing their 1 million kabolos campaign in order to, if I shot to win $1 million for your local Bais Medresh. For more information, go to ktyt.org, ktyt.org. So let's dive into, as we do each and every Wednesday. We're actually almost finishing this sefer on Hilchos Tefillah in the sefer R Yehudah. We'll let you know when we do finish what's going to be the next thing we're going to do in line afterwards. But for now, we're up to Halcha Lamed in the Sefer of R Yehudah, written by Keren Tosfos Yom Tov. V'hurachem yesh la'amoid. By v'hurachem, during the davening v'hurachem, which is Mondays, we say Mondays and Thursdays, one must be standing, must stand. Lamed Aleph, B'tachlan, yesh leishev ad v'anachnu lo neda. When we say tachlan, every day, so we stay sitting until the words "Va'anach lo neda," these words, and then the next few words Yamoid. And when we get to the words Manasa, what to do? We should stand. Lamed Bais. V'asher v'letzion yesh leishef. But when it comes to afterwards, Asher v'letzion, persons should sit down. But however, chutz mikdushas the sidra. So, except for the exception of kedusha of part of Valtzion called kedusha desidra, when we stand, conducting ourselves according to the rules of the Chazan Ish. But Masha Kusev, as is written, actually I just skipped something. Sorry. Which also we're going to discuss it at a later time. Also, they'll be also in line of our series that we're going to learn. Tefillah, Be'alocha, the mitzvah, so on. Next, Masha Kosav, Chivas Uri Migash, Simon Kuflam Aleph says that Sheshlama Latchila Hanishatz and Sham, that is prevailed to stand during Tzion. That refers to Shlich Tzibah only. Only Shlich Tzibah. Everybody else can stay sitting, and that's actually our minhag today. I'm not sure exactly, but I could tell you is that the majority they stay sitting until Kaddish. Next, but Elena becomes Elena yesh la'amod, but it comes to Elena we must stay standing. One last one for today, and this is actually a long one. It gives you a list of different places in davening which a person must stand. The following portions of davening require standing. Babach Shamar, Well, that's actually not a minhag. Actually, we actually, as mentioned in a previous shiur, we actually stay standing from Vayavach David until the next word. You do Yishtabach. Shman Esrei Mitehilos. But the word Shman Esrei from Tehilos meaning beforehand. Tehilos. Kedusha. Bechs Kahanim. But so it says in brackets, Ben Kahanim Ben Hashemim. Whether it's a kohen, whether it's the people listening, Aleinu, and also Aleinu. Shemetzian Machlisem Sefer Torah. When we take it out and we put back the Sefer Torah, Ad Shitibim Kum until it gets its right place. Meaning, when we take out the Sefer Torah, until it gets to the bima, it's supposed to remain standing. And when we put it back, the Sefer Torah you stay standing until the arm closes. For Racham, as we said before, Tachlim Mima Manasseh, we just mentioned that before. By Halal means the whole Halal. Kerech Apayim, that means before when we read the Torah. Vahibin Sayah. Bikas Megan Avais. Doing Vaychulu by Magan Avais, we say that on Friday nights. Vaychulu, of course, Vaychulu as well. Kirishmach HaChodesh and Ben Shabbos Chodesh every few weeks. Then Vidoy, when we do during Slichas and also during the fast days. Keshavana, Pasuk V'Inoyim B'Matzah Shabbos. But Pasuk V'Inoyim, by the way, when we say V'Inoyim Shem Lekina B'Matzah Shabbos, then you can sit down. Now, V'Yesh Amrim, some say Shesmicha Dina Kishiv Chadavorim. All of and then some say being to be leading to be equivalent to sitting in all matters. Kasavama, the Rambam writes, V'Shas Kaddish Yesh La'amot, during Kaddish a person can stand. The Kol Shkein B'Baruch Kedusha, Kol Shkein B'Mosa B'Baruch Kedusha. That's the halacha that we hold. Kisha'orin HaKadosh, Pasirach Nagel La'amot. When our Kaddish is open, the nick is to stand according to the Mishnah Berurah. That's what we hold today. We'll stop for here for this part. Up till on the hay, we'll continue this mission next week. And now we'll continue in our sefer. Always looking to find the tissues. That's one of the big things of the share. Anyway, let's continue with a story from a Pesach Crow. The Maggid of Tefillah, you can find it on artschool.com. Chaim B'Tzoynai. So we say Chaim B'Tzoynai during davening. I made bracha earlier. Living the challenge is a story that I'm going to read today. As we carefully articulate each and every word we daven, and we're supposed to articulate every single word properly, thinking about the meaning and intent of the words. At times we might come up with a different interpretation of particular words. Although they are literally correct, they may conjure up a different meaning. It means it can come up with another meaning than what was originally intended. The David Cohn told Pesach Kron that these new meanings are also acceptable tefillahs. People living through difficulties or challenges can get great encouragement from the following remarkable story. So I heard of Pesach Kron, this amazing episode from Zalman Gruber of Brooklyn. Name was changed for privacy. It concerns his visit to Mordechai Schwab from 1911. He lived from 1911 to 1994 of Munson, New York, a younger brother of Rav Shimon, who was revered as a man of unusual piety. When Rav Gruber studied in Yeshiva Beis Shaga in Muncie, he became very close to the Mashgiach Rav Mordechai Schwab, and they maintained their bond for many years. After he was married and had a family, Rav Gruber would travel to Muncie every Chol Hamoed to visit his rabbi. During the last year of his life, Rav Schwab weakened dramatically. He was extremely frail and bedridden. Before Sukkot in 1984, the Schwab family feared that Gruber would become frightened at the sight of his rabbi, having not seen him since Chol Hamoed Pesach 6 months earlier. The Schwab family called to tell him that he should embrace himself with his rabbi's changed experience. Gruber thanked the Schwabs for the call. and he readied himself for his Chalmai visit. Prepared though he was aghast when he saw his Rebbe. The change was so shocking. The seriousness of his illness was so blatant that Rebbe could not hide his shock and fright. Rab realized it and said immediately, Ich lebe b'simcha. Ich lebe b'simcha. I live with happiness. I live with happiness. Rab continued, I wasn't able to go to shul this Yom Kippur. I wasn't able to daven, nor am I able to learn anymore. I can't concentrate, but I'm living Chaim B'Tzaynai, with life as Hashem wishes. Zintilim, Peik Lamed, Pasuk, Vav. We say these words every morning during Shachris. These words mean that life results from His pleasure. And Rashi explains that by pleasing Hashem and gaining His goodwill, one ensures long life. Shraber used these two words from Tehillim to express the idea that he happily accepted his condition because that is how Hashem wanted him to live in this moment. He understood that the words Chaim B'Tzaynai to mean my personal condition in life is in accordance to His will. Undoubtedly, this great tzaddik would have wanted to be in shul on Kippur. Unquestionably, he missed being able to study and delve into Hashem's Torah. But if it was Hashem's will that was no longer able to do these things, then he was satisfied and accepted it, and expressed his personal tzedek hadin, acceptance of the judgment in his difficult condition. Shimon Schwab, 1908 to 1985, writes that he once heard a beautiful explanation from Joseph Breuer, who lived from 1882 to 1980, the founder of Kedal is a shiur in Washington Heights. Breuer's, regarding the connection of the two verses. You open your hand and satisfy the desire of a living thing in Tehillim Kapitel Kufim Hey, Pasuk Tezayin. And the next pasuk, Tzadik Hashem Chaderachov, Chosechol Ma'asav. Righteous Hashem in all His ways and magnanimous in all His deeds. Sometimes a person struggles to earn an adequate livelihood and comes to feel that Hashem is not treating him fairly. Sometimes it is health, children, or happiness that a person desires. It hasn't come yet. If so, the present tense of the verse, you open your hand, seems to be inaccurate. Such cases are the subject of the next verse, the intent of which is akin to tzedek hadin, the prayer of acceptance of Hashem's strict judgment. At times, when one does not understand the ways of Hashem, he expresses his faith by saying that Hashem is just in all His ways. When Mordechai lived in practice, especially in his difficult final weeks, while his brother Shimon taught to give people the hope and faith to accept and go on. Maybe she's a helfen, and schus should all be gebenched. Prasa, Slacha, gesund, Mazel, and should all be gesund and be able to fulfill what the Shulchan says, and as well as to be able to follow all halachas. Have a wonderful day.